What is energy leadership, and why in the world is it a part of the coaching work that I do? Hey guys, it's NICOA Dunn. Thank you for following my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to be able to share a number of topics over the next few weeks that I really get a lot of questions about. And the first one is all about energy leadership. I talk about it all the time. What is energy leadership, and why in the world is it a part of the coaching work that I do? I'm certified through the Institute for Professional Excellence in Coaching. Bruce Schneider founded the organization and wrote a book called Energy Leadership. I hope you'll look it up. The whole concept is the ability to lead oneself as well as others based on a common understanding of 7 different energetic levels of perception. What's really unique about energy leadership is that it isn't a personality test, because there is an assessment that you can take. I require all of my coaching clients to participate in this assessment. It actually tells you how you perceive the world on a day-to-day basis, what your average resonating level is, and how you can then use the awareness of those 7 levels of energy to help you get what you want. So energy leadership is the concept that I also call the 6 Sigma of self-awareness. 6 Sigma is a process improvement tool, and it is created with a common language for anyone who learns that tool. It enables them to work together and effectively improve processes. Well, I see this as a common language as well, not only for you and yourself as you observe who you are, how you're showing up in the world, but also for the way in which you are leading others. Now, let me be clear here. You do not have to be a leader of others, like have direct reports, in order to be a leader and to use energy leadership. So pay close attention to what I'm talking about. Energy leadership is about self-leadership. How are you having conversations with yourself? What are you making your world mean? How are you choosing your language and your emotional meaning very intentionally in order to get the outcomes that you seek? That can happen internally and does happen internally most of the time, but it also gives you some tools for you to be able to say, how is this person showing up, and what are they making their world mean? What is their perception? Which energy level? As I said, there are 7 energy levels. Which energy level are they seeing their world? And how might I partner with them more effectively in order to validate where they're coming from and still help me move forward in partnership with them to get what we want? The questions that you ask when you learn energy leadership are, number 1, what do I want? Sometimes that's hard to answer, but keep practicing. What do I want? Number 2, how is what I am doing getting me what I want? Again, reflection. And number 3, if I am not getting what I want, am I willing to try a different way? And the 7 levels of energy, which I'll now outline, are your choices in trying to get what you want. Okay, so what are these 7 levels, right? The first level and the second level fall into an energetic concept called catabolic energy. Think about it this way: completely heavy. Catabolic is actually a scientific term that means destructive. It eats away at you. These are heavy energies. They are very pulling away from the higher vibration energies that tend to be a little bit more fulfilling and lighter. This catabolic space is made up of 2 energy levels. Level 1, which is called victimhood, or the victim. The person who's in this energy level, when they are seeing the world from energy level 1, they are feeling victim to their world. Woe is me, they have lost before they've even started. The thought is that they have lost, and therefore there is this energy of apathy as well as lethargy. They do not lift a finger. when they're in this energetic perception. You are in and out of these energetic levels like the stock market. And at the end of every day, you have averaged at a certain vibration, or your average resonating level, or also referred to as your E factor, your energy factor. Level 2 energy, which is also catabolic, is the fighter. This is the blame game. You're wrong, I'm right, and therefore I'm going to act accordingly and blame you when I'm in this energy. The fighter is always defensive, always looking for what is right and wrong. So notice levels 1 and levels 2, those two energy levels are catabolic, heavy, destructive. The next set of levels is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, again, you don't go from level 1 to level 2 to level 3. It is not linear. You are in and out. You may come into one level and 5 seconds later be at another energy level. Again, it's what you are making your world mean and how you perceive your world. When we step into levels 3 and above, we're finally in a space of anabolic energy. This is the opposite of the catabolic energy we just talked about. Anabolic energy is lighter, also a scientific term, but for growth and something that's going to help you blossom and thrive. These energy levels tend to be easier in the way in which we apply them, and therefore doesn't feel so heavy and destructive when we are actually experiencing the world in a catabolic space. So the anabolic energies tend to also have a direct correlation to your life satisfaction. There are actually 14 life domains that there is a 100% correlation to when you raise your energetic vibration. So practicing being in the higher vibrations is actually an activity that we use when we're coaching with energy leadership to help people raise their vibration and have a much more fulfilling and satisfying life. Level 3 is called the rationalizer. This is the first step of taking responsibility. Now let's look at that word, responsibility, ability to respond. When you're in levels 1 and 2, you tend to be reacting, knee-jerk reactions. But in levels 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, typically you can be in a space of more conscious response. Level 3 is the rationalizer. I'm gonna win, and I hope you do too. And I forgive you for not knowing any better. Therefore, I'm gonna work with you or around you in order to get what I want. The rationalizer doesn't let catabolic energy get in their way. Level 4, the caregiver. I only win if you win. I'll literally chase you down. I'm looking for opportunities to serve. Level 5, the opportunist. This is where everybody's in a win-win. What's unique about level 5 is that you have no longer worrying about what other people think. You are not concerned about others' judgments. You truly want to find out what a win is for the person that you're partnering with. Level 6, synergy. We are all one. And in that space of energy, we're able to see all sorts of possibilities with regards to synergy. When we're there, we really are the visionary. Level 7. Level 7 is the creator. This is where, as an example, you are the writer, the playwright, the actor, the actress, the audience. You are all encompassing in this space of energy. Level 7 has no judgment whatsoever. And honestly, when you're in that energetic space of flow and everything is somewhat of an illusion, it really is giving you access to all the lower levels. So when you really can step into a space of choice, you can then say, which of these energy levels will best serve me in getting me what I want? What I love most about energy leadership is it reminds me that I am a normal human being. It tells me that my choices and my perceptions of the world are based on everything I've ever learned up until this point, which means, my friends, is that it is subjective because my experience and your experience are completely different. They always will be. There is no identical experience for any human being. So what we've learned over our lifetimes is subjectively influenced, which means when we begin to observe ourselves, we can start asking the questions, how does this belief serve me? How does this interpretation serve me? How does this assumption serve me? Energy leadership becomes that tool. It is separate from me. I can look at those choices and say, if I were to make it mean this, would that get me what I want? And this isn't about being selfish. This is about being strategic. There's a big difference between selfishness and strategy. Strategy is knowing what my standards are, knowing what my values are, and then showing up accordingly. Do I choose an energetic approach to a topic, a conversation? If someone cuts in front of me while I'm driving down the highway, and am I going to react, knee-jerk react to them from a level 1 or level 2 experience? Energetic profile says that if I have that tendency to knee-jerk react, then I may yell at the person. I might put up a hand gesture if I'm in a catabolic space. Or if I'm in an anabolic space, can I consciously see myself having this experience where someone cuts me off, and then I can consciously say, maybe I go level 4, caregiver. Oh, I hope they're okay. Let me back up the car a bit. Let me slow down so that they can get where they're going. Maybe I don't make it mean anything at all, and I simply keep my energy and focus somewhere else. Because again, I'm in and out of these energetic levels like the stock market. Am I going to be conscious enough to choose to make something mean something that serves me, or make it mean something that will cause me to be stressed out? If you're interested in learning more about energy leadership, please contact me, and please subscribe, because we're definitely going to be talking about energy leadership again. And don't forget to check out Bruce Schneider's book, Energy Leadership. Thank you guys, and send me some comments and questions. I'm happy to respond. Happy designing.